My God, what a cliche, by the way. Ugh. What a fucking caustic idea that is. On top of the fact that it's a cliche. Because this is well-treaded territory. Everyone has a list of snubs and surprises, and they're all the same. There is not one unique snubs and surprises list on the internet. I dare you. Find me a snubs and surprises list that does not include Jennifer Lopez, Greta Gerwig, and Robert De Niro. Find me one. It's the same 5 names. Enough of your snubs and surprises. But actually, this very idea highlights what's wrong with award season. This is all you need to know. The whole concept of snubs and surprises highlights something that I've thought for many years now, which is the Oscars are an arbitrary list of movies that exist to be complained about. That is their entire purpose. When you use the word snub, and that is the first thing you write about once the Oscars are released, go to any entertainment publication, Variety, Deadline, Hollywood Reporter, EW. They all have the same list of snubs and surprises. They are operating under the assumption that the Academy got it wrong. The first thing they write about is what mistakes were made. Without exception. There's never been a single year where Entertainment Weekly read the list of Oscar nominees and said, you know what? There weren't any snubs this year. You got it 100% right. But this is what we do. The Academy is the authority. They are the record. They are the canon. And we are here to rail against the consensus. And it's unfair. And I realize the errors in my ways. And I will choose, maturely I might add, to abstain from this process this year. I'm stepping out. I'm not going to stop talking about the Oscars. But I'm going to stop talking about the Oscars in this particular way, which is to put the negative before the positive. Call me old Nicky Blue Skies this week, people. I'm looking on the brighter side of life, as Monty Python once said. I got to be honest. I looked at this list, and we can talk about the Joker thing. 11 nominees for Joker that leads the pack. Yes, that is fucking ridiculous. And that movie is nowhere close to the best movie of the year. And of course, Todd Phillips should not have been nominated for Best Director. But like, it's better than Green Book. It's better than The King's Speech. It's better than The Artist. It's better than The Shape of Water. I don't know. I'm looking at this list. Here's the list of Best Picture nominees. Ford versus Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. I've seen all 9 of these movies. I would only consider one of them to be bad. That's Jojo Rabbit. I did not enjoy that movie. I would consider Joker to be criminally overrated, but I wouldn't call it bad. And I would say something like Ford versus Ferrari is fairly paint by numbers, but it's a very good version of that story. And I would watch Ford versus Ferrari 100 times before Green Book. You know? The rest of these movies, The Irishman, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time, and Parasite, all in my top 10. And I think if any of them came out last year, they would be the best movie of last year. That's how strong Hollywood was this year. And I have a personal attachment to Quentin Tarantino and Martin Scorsese. I detailed that on last week's show. We don't need to rehash that whole topic. But aside from them, I thought Greta Gerwig did an unbelievable job with Little Women. I liked 1917. I didn't love 1917 as much as everyone else did. And we'll talk about that more on Movie Hall of Fame this week. But look, if Sam Mendes wins Best Director, I'm going to be okay with it. I'm fine with it. You know? I'm at that place. I know this was a quick turnaround from 7 days ago. But yeah, all right, give him another one. I'm fine with it. Parasite, 6 nominations? That is crazy. Best foreign film, Best Picture, Best Director, Best Screenplay, Production Design, Cinematography for a South Korean movie? How exciting. This is an awesome list of nominees. And if the best you can give me in terms of your snubs is Jennifer Lopez for Best Supporting Actor, De Niro for Best Actor, and Greta Gerwig for Best Director, if that's the most you got, I'm fine with it. Seriously, I'm all right with it. Obviously, Uncut Gems doesn't get a single nomination here. That is something that I accepted coming out of the Golden Globes. It got shut out of the Golden Globes as well. It became clear very early on this is not the type of movie the Academy will embrace. This is not the type of movie that people over the age of 75 will embrace. So I just had to acknowledge this is a movie about a degenerate gambler and Adam Sandler's in it, and it's directed by these two young New Yorkers, and it's an anxiety trip, and it's edgy, and the music is very urban, and, Kevin Garnett's in the movie. And I accept that this is not an Oscar bait film, and I would rather have it as my own little treasure than for it to become this mainstream, critically acclaimed thing. I want that movie reserved for the weirdos like me who know what a lightning bed is. I don't know, man. I just have this new lease on life all of a sudden. In the past 7 days, I've gained this fresh outlook, this new set of eyes, and I've never seen things more clearly. It's really quite refreshing. It really is. To just look at a list of Oscar nominees and be satisfied with it. Uncut Gems is the only movie I would have included in that list for Best Picture. There's nothing that I thought was criminally snubbed. There's nothing that was criminally overlooked.